Cause the internet gave me all my opinions and I just don't know why. Oh, rants. Be in trouble if you left me now.
I just Google them and believe them.
Cause all I do is parrot everything that I see on Instagram. Hello, Geardos and Weirdos, and welcome back to The Experience. So today we're doing our first rant video, which is one that we've been having a discussion about for 3 years off camera. So it's probably about time. So today we're here talking about all the Instagram operators and everyone else running just 3 magazines on their kit.
Oh!
I suck. We're gonna break it down. Again, we're not hating on anybody. We're kind of just venting a little bit and hoping that this is a thought-provoking discussion.
If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me.
Because honestly, I didn't know any better. And I'm a normal citizen sort of dude. At first I was running a placard that had 3 magazines on it because it was lighter and I was wearing body armor and I was like, oh shit, this ammo's heavy.
I cannot lift this. Grow stronger.
And then I really approached it from the perspective of, hey, I can shoot pretty fast. What happens if I run out of ammo? So, what do you think about 3 magazines on people's kit?
Well, situation dictates. You see a lot of guys, you know, like operators and things like that, who are carrying 3 mags because they have a limited time on target. They have follow-on forces. They have assault packs with more magazines in them. And a lot of our civilian brothers don't take that in consideration. If you're gonna hit a target with a raid, you have a cordon force or a blocking force, maybe concentric with other forces, may just be a platoon surrounding an area. In my opinion, 3 magazines is not enough because if you have to break contact as a civilian, you're not gonna wanna be in a sustained firefight. So if you make contact and have to break contact, 4 magazines, 3 on your chest, 1 in your gun, you will expend it before you're completely away from that potential threat.
Again, preface this with the fact that we are, you know, dirty citizen folks, and we are not going out and engaging in any sort of military operations in urban terrain, we'll say.
Right.
And so I'm not getting mouthy, and you're not getting mouthy, and honestly, we're to the point in our lives where, you know, I'm not a 20-year-old dude anymore. Right. But do you need a full combat load? So like, why does the combat load exist? Okay, first off, what is the combat load?
A combat load is 210 rounds. It consists of 7 magazines.
7 magazines, so that's 6 on your carrier and 1 in the gun, right?
Right.
Okay. In that context, right, back to the operator bros, you have 3 magazines on your kit because you're literally hitting a house, going in, finishing what you're doing, coming back out, reevaluating, going on to the next target. Those dudes know what they're doing. They're the highest level.
I want you to go in that bag, find my wallet.
Which one is it?
The one that says bad mother.
Yeah, those are the
highest
edge
of
our military. They're
highest level pipe hitters around. So they know what they're doing. So I can't imagine a situation in which, you know, in Minecraft, that someone is shooting at me and I would want less ammo. In general, it seems like you would want to have more adequate amounts of everything that you would need just in case, you know, stuff happens.
So you can actually do research into that. A lot of our global war on terrorism raids, those guys, I mean, they're the best of the best. And you can go back and do research on Gothic Serpent, Black Hawk Down, where they tried to move as light and as fast as possible and cut down weight by ditching ammo, night vision, things like that.
Backplates.
Yes, and ended up in a protracted gunfight where they were scraping the bottom of the bucket for resources.
I'm on the convoy from hell. We were running out of ammo. I was taking ammo from wounded and dead guys. I had run out of ammo pretty early on. Not because I was shooting a lot, because I didn't carry that much ammunition.
So we're not an active military force, but you have to plan to resupply or sustain yourself in a situation like that. So if you actually go to different equipment manufacturers' websites that make not tactical nylon, why are they only making chest rigs that hold 3 mags?
Again, a lot of it's like MET-TC sort of thing of, you know, knowing your mission. So like we got an AC-1 from T-Rex on the table and it has a little Velcro 3 mag placard. There's a million 3 mag placards out there, right? And I think a lot of it is that gear companies want to sell gear. Nothing against them. I love supporting them. As you can tell, we have a nylon addiction, but they're making stuff that is more, I guess, catered towards us on the range, us on the flat range, us operating. A lot of that stuff seems like it's a little more catered to that, right? It's catered to the dudes that want to take training classes that are like, hey, I just need a 3-mag shingle. I don't need anything else. It's pretty basic, right? I'm just gonna be doing rifle training class. So I don't need a ton of ammo. I'm gonna have time to stop, go get some water, load my mags up, come back to the line for the next string of fire. So in a lot of that context, it makes sense of, hey, I don't need a lot, right? Say you're running a slick carrier like the AC-1, and say you're trying to do it in a low vis capacity, cool. You're putting a jacket over top. You don't want that extra layer of magazines adding to the bulk because it's gonna be obvious that it is, you got like a growth, like your Quato from Total Recall, like Quato Lives kind of growth on your chest. That's kind of weird.
Right, and in those situations where guys are carrying them low vis, 3 mags on their chest, they typically have a bailout bag that's gonna have 6 more magazines, some type of night vision, backup batteries, grenades, smoke grenades, things like that. But in my opinion, it's mostly because it looks cool.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Now, if you look at standard issue equipment for the infantry and the Marines or the Army, they're carrying a tactical assault panel that has the capability to carry 6+ mags.
Yeah, and you can modify it to stick even more in there. Honestly, the tap's really neat. We're gonna get into that, so stay tuned for that when that video actually comes out. And then on the flip side of like, okay, what about micro rigs, right? Micro rigs have become really popular in the last couple of years.
Because they look cool.
And they look cool. And on the flip side, if you're going out and hunting at nighttime, if you're doing a night vision hunt, if you're doing a daytime hunt, it's really easy to have a micro rig and stick 1 extra mag in there, stick some binos in there, stick a water bottle in there. So I think micro rigs have a place, right? Everything has a place. It's just how do you need to apply it to your system to get the best for you, right? Right,
but if you're intending on doing a Minecraft situation where, like that new movie that's out is happening, 3 mags are probably not going to get you from A to B very fast.
If I had the capability to carry more, I feel like I always would. Will you grab in the armory real quick?
Yeah.
And let's break this down. So least personal explanation of my struggle. So I bought this ATS rig. I really liked it. It had everything I needed, but I realized as soon as I got it, hey, it only will carry 3 magazines. So there is only 3 mag spots that come in here by default. I kind of reevaluated that. I was like, hey, I want a little more. Talking to Brian, talking about, you know, how much ammunition could I actually carry? As I'd rather be able to carry more. Again, fitness, personal struggle. I was carrying less because it was easier to carry less, but added an admin pouch. Gave me the ability to put 2 more mags in here, both retained. And then I added a little Velcro doohickey. I don't know, what are these called? Doohickeys? Wings? They're wings, yes. It's got wings.
Spicy or mild?
I was thinking more of like, what's that? You know, like a sanitary pad wing. Anyway, so this gave me the ability to add 1 extra magazine in here. Obviously, this isn't a speed reload. It's basically just gonna go in a, hey, I need to rotate my mags into the pouches that I'm gonna draw from first. Cool, I can pull it out. I could run 2, but I'm running a radio wing on the other side. And more or less, it was just a quick, easy way for me to be like, hey, I have a rig. I need to add more capability to it. How do I do that? So there's stuff out there. Again, do your research, figure out what's going to work for you.
Right. So with this, if you do have to break contact and you're only carrying 3 magazines, where you're going to find yourself in a problem is, in order to break contact, the first thing you have to do is gain fire superiority. You will not believe how fast you can go through 4 magazines. And anyone who wants to try it, I would highly encourage it. Go out to a range that you can shoot more than 1 round.
Every 2 seconds.
Right. Get you a target. Get in the prone, supported, unsupported, standing, kneeling, whatever you want to do, and shoot 4 magazines into an area target. So like have like 3 silhouettes close proximity and suppress that, because that's gaining fire superiority so you can break contact. And if you can see how fast you expend those 4 magazines, then decide how many magazines you need to carry.
That's interesting. Maybe we should do that with the 22 kit sometime, because I cannot afford to just dump 120 rounds of 5.56 down at the berm, mag dumping it trash. Well, targets, but you know, if they're shooting at us, we're considering them trash.
It's trash.
Either way, figure out what's going to work for you guys. If you need to carry more ammo, carry more ammo. If you got to carry less ammo, carry less ammo. Figure out what your line gear system needs to be. Thanks for listening to our rant. Where can they find us?
On Instagram at Spicy Snafu. And here on YouTube.
Yep.
And stay tuned, because we're probably going to do a breakdown on some of this stuff. Why it's there. Should a guy who doesn't have a friend have a radio or not?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
We're definitely going to be getting a lot more of the gear setups, trying to help you guys figure out how to really cater it to yourself. Obviously, we're going to do it in the cheapest way possible because we're here for the poor. So
for real,
we're trying to figure out all of that content, planning and pipeline. If you got any thoughts, comments, whatever, let us know. But if not, Until next time,
Stay safe in all you do.
or stay spicy.